Welcome back to Your Lake Fork Guide. It's been kind of an odd week. We didn't get a chance to get on the water. We talked about that in the last episode. And I told you guys on Fridays I was going to start doing East Texas bass stories. So today I'm going to tell you my favorite bass story of all time. And it's going to be the story of my two sons and their first fish they ever caught. What's up? Yeah. All right. Welcome back to Your Lake Fork Guide. We're just starting off with a bang today, I guess. That's how we're going to do it. You're going to meet my kids here in a minute. They're going to talk to you a little bit about their first catch. Very proud to say I have two sons. One is 6, one is 4. Both of them, their first fish they ever caught was a largemouth bass, and it was on an artificial lure. So yay me, puff my chest out, proud dad. That's how we do it around the Lawson house. But they're going to talk to you a little bit about what they think about fishing and their first fish that they ever caught. The other thing that I kind of wanted to talk to you about right now is just, I don't know that we ever talk to you guys about what this channel is. What is it going to be going forward? As you follow this channel, as it grows, what are you going to get? First of all, this channel is built on and will always remain, no matter how big the channel gets, no matter what I end up doing, as long as I'm posting videos on this channel, which I intend to do for a very long time, this channel will be first and foremost about the true love and passion for bass fishing. And it will also be about sharing information. Whether it's just me telling you how we're catching them on a given day, giving you the honest story about how we catch them. So many fishing shows out there, even guys on YouTube, that won't show you if they don't catch them. We do. You get the real result. When we zero, you will see a 0. I don't think we've had a 0 yet, but it's coming. If you watch long enough, we're going to show you a 0 at some point, because that happens to everybody. We've had some pretty close, and we showed you. So that's why we named the channel. When I was coming up with a name for the channel, a name for my guide business, all that stuff, I kind of redid all that this summer. And when I was thinking of it, Your Lake Fork Guide is what I came up with, and it's there. And what it is intended to mean is I'm your Lake Fork guide. Yes, you, the one in Minnesota that'll never come to Lake Fork. I'm your Lake Fork guide. I want to help you, whether you ever book a guide trip with me or not, whether you ever come to Lake Fork or not. I want to help you as much as I can. So I'm on Lake Fork, I'm a guide on Lake Fork, and I'm yours. I'm here to help you. So that's kind of what this is all about. And you guys get that, I'm sure. Hopefully that point's come across as, we've kind of started this YouTube venture. And, we're going to continue with the Guides Network. I think that's a great deal. I think the more that we do it, the more guides that will want to get involved in it. One more thing. As our channel has grown, when we started out, the vast majority of our views were right here local in Texas. As the channel has grown, we're down to about 50% of our views are in Texas. Well, we want to grow that. We want to expand. We want to expand the passion of bass fishing and the sharing of the knowledge and everything that this channel is about. We want to get that out there, spread it out as much as we can. So we're going to do a contest. Right now, the second most views outside of Texas is California, but everybody behind that is seriously within just a few hundred views of each other. So literally any state can win this competition. And what we're going to do is, it's January 20th. At the end of the month, January 31st, really soon, whichever state has the most views outside of the state of Texas, somebody from that state is going to win a prize pack, tackle pack, whatever you want to call it. We're going to have some stuff from Smash Tech Baits in there. We're going to have some stuff from Lake Fork Tackle in there. and maybe even some other bait companies as well. So we're going to send you a nice, good tackle pack with some cool stuff in it, maybe some big swim baits, maybe something to catch your new personal best this spring. I don't know. We're going to send it to you free of charge. The way the contest will work, once we get the numbers in at the end of the month, the first week of February, I'll announce which state won the contest. And the first person to text me their address from that state, I'll send that prize pack to you. First week of February, I'll announce what state won. Text me your address. The first person to text their address from the winning state gets the prize pack. That's how we're going to do it. Any state can win. If you're in Missouri, you want your state to win so you have a chance to win, then you have to tell all your buddies. Text them, send them links to the videos, send them links to the playlist, the channel page, whatever it is. Share the Your Lake Fork Guide channel with all your friends. Y'all help me grow it. I'll send you some stuff when I can, and we will continue to keep this channel the most honest, in-depth fishing information that you've ever seen. That's what we're going to do. Really appreciate you guys watching, as always. If you like it, hit thumbs up. If you want to see more, subscribe. If this is your first time here, thank you for joining us. Subscribe. Wow, I'm rambling so much. I do this, and this is why my videos get so long sometimes, and I apologize for that. So thank y'all for watching, and here comes Mr. Ty and Eli to talk to you about the first time they ever caught a bass. Hope you enjoy it. And Mr. Ty, say hi.
Hi.
And Eli.
Hi.
There's Eli. That's my two boys right there. All right, so to start out, you know, you can kind of see the boys right here. This is actually what they've done since they were little bitty. I would give them old tackle and worms, and they actually would play with it like it was their favorite toys. Sometimes they play with it more than a lot of the toys that we spend a lot of money on. So that's kind of how I started. When Ty was just probably a year old, I started giving him fishing tackle, and he loved it. He played with it. I started taking him with me for a couple hours at a time on the boat, and then we did some bank fishing out there at Van City Lake. Ty, you want to tell them about the first time you caught a fish? You don't know what to say? Well, do you remember Ty? It's probably fairly hard for Ty to remember because he was only 2.5 when he caught his first bass. And I had to cast for him, but he would drag the baits in or work the baits in, and he reeled the fish in. You remember what you caught your first fish on, buddy?
One of these.
What's that called? What's it called? You know what it's called. A jig, that's right. So Ty's first fish was caught on a jig. And I'll show you guys a picture of that real quick. There it is. It wasn't that color though. I'm sure you don't remember what color it was considering you were only 2.5 and now you're 6.5. But Ty caught his first fish on a finesse jig. And the coolest part about Ty's fish was he caught his second fish on the very next cast. Do you remember that? You caught 2 in a row, right? Was that pretty cool? What do you think about fishing? Do you like it?
Yes, sir.
You like going fishing with Dad?
Yes, sir.
Don't get to do it enough, do we?
No.
You wish you could go fishing more?
Yes, sir.
There you go. Ty loves to fish, and he wishes we could do it more. What's funny is when I get in the fishing business, I get to go fishing with him a lot less now. So that's kind of funny how that works out, but that's the way it is. We're still grateful we get to try to make a living doing what we love. So, are you excited to go fishing with me this year?
Yes, sir.
What's your biggest fish you ever caught? Do you remember? You don't remember the big fish you caught with me?
Oh yeah, that.
Right before your 5-year-old birthday?
Yes, sir.
How big was it? You don't remember? It was big though.
Like this big.
It was like that big? Mr. Ty caught a 5-pounder a week before his 5-year-old birthday, and I'll show you guys a picture of that right now. Was that a lot of fun?
Yes, sir.
What else happened that day? Do you remember?
No, sir.
You remember catching the one in the net?
Oh yes.
How big was that fish?
Huge.
It was huge. It was even bigger, huh?
Humongous.
Yeah. Did Daddy catch a big fish that day too?
Yes, sir.
It was giant, huh?
Yes.
That was a pretty special day. I was out on Lake Fork kind of looking around and scouting. It's okay. You can talk. I was looking around, scouting around for a guide trip the next day. This is the first year that I started guiding, and Ty caught that 5-pounder. And then later that day, it was right before dark, I could barely see one that looked like she was hanging around a bed, and I pitched in there and caught her and caught like an 8.5 pounder. That's still the biggest fish you've ever seen, huh? Yep. Pretty cool though, to be 5 years old, catch a 5 pounder, and then he got the net an 8 pounder that day. So that's a pretty cool deal. All right, let's switch over to Mr. Eli. Eli, you want to talk about fishing?
I don't know what to say.
You don't know what to say? Do you remember catching a fish this year?
No.
No, you don't remember when you caught a fish? You remember with Daddy and Ty and Mommy, we were all on the boat and you caught a fish?
Yes.
You do remember that?
But I do not know what fish I caught.
You don't know what fish you caught?
Not fast.
Ty, do you remember Eli catching that fish?
Yes, but not fast.
Yeah, you were there with us, huh? So Eli was 3.5. It was this past spring when Eli caught his first fish. And we were all together. The whole family was in the boat, and Ty and Eli were fishing, and I was helping them. And Eli caught his first bass this year. Eli, was that fun catching bass? Yes, sir.
I said yes, sir.
He's still kind of at that age where he likes to play more than fish. It's kind of weird. It's funny how kids are different, because Ty always really liked to fish, even when he was little like Eli. Eli likes to play a little more, and that's fine. But the number one thing that I'll tell you when you're taking kids fishing, especially kids little like Mr. Eli here, is you make sure that they have fun. If they want to ride in the boat and drive the boat, that's what you do. If they want to catch a bunch of bluegill, that's what you do. Whatever it is, just make the trip fun for them. It's not about me. When I take them out, I don't care what I catch, if I catch anything at all. When I take them fishing, I have one goal, and that's to make them happy. Because I want them to enjoy it and want to come back again and again. And that's how you get that passion started and get them to go crazy about fishing, and you'll have a fishing partner for life. You going to fish with me forever and ever?
Yes, sir.
See, when I'm an old man, he's going to take me fishing. Eli, when you caught that fish, did it make you happy?
Yes.
Are you going to go fishing some more with Daddy this year?
Yes.
Oh, what'd you do? Are you going to go fishing some more with Daddy this year?
Yes, sir.
How big a fish are you going to catch this year, buddy? Show me how big.
All of them are going to be this big.
They're all going to be this big?
Yeah.
Woo! Eli's going to have a good year. This one right here. Hold that one up and show it to him. Say, thanks, Mr. Kevin.
Thanks for Mr. Kevin.
Old Kevin Sharp, you guys have seen it from Lake Fork Trophy Lures. He left that in my boat a couple weeks ago, and it's now Eli's. So, Kevin, we appreciate you leaving that bait behind because Eli's happy. He likes that bait. It's real shiny. You guys want to say anything else about fishing?
Yes, sir.
What do you want to say?
That I like riding in the boat and fishing with these baits.
You like riding in the boat and fishing with those baits?
Yes, sir.
And you like hanging out and just playing with your baits too, don't you?
I want to say a lot of baits.
What do you want to say?
This bait is awesome.
That bait is awesome.
Yeah. And that one.
What else is awesome? All your baits are awesome?
Giant bait.
Look at how big that is. That's a lot of baits together, huh? And you got a bobber? Yep. All right, what else do you want to say, Ty?
I want to talk about some of my baits.
You want to talk about your tackle?
Yes, sir.
All right, tell us about it.
I want to tell you my other bait.
What's that called? You don't know what that's called? You used to know what everything was called. You forgetting? You know what that's a swim bait, buddy.
This is a swim bait
That's a swim bait. That's right.
with a flat top.
It's got a flat top on it. How does it swim?
No, you put it on a rod,
You put it on line, yeah, and then how's it swim in the water?
kind of like this.
Kind of like that. That's right. And what kind of fish eats those swim baits?
Big mouth bass.
And really big ones, right?
Yes, sir.
That's right. What's this right here? What's this called?
A spinner bait.
A spinner bait. You like throwing a spinner bait?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
This is something I got from one of those stores.
You remember what store that was?
Lake Fork Tackle.
Lake Fork Tackle. Yep. Mr. Ronnie gave you that swim bait?
Yes, sir.
Yep. Mr. Ronnie gave you that swim bait. That's a pretty cool swim bait right there, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
You want to show him that bait? What you got there, Eli? What kind of bait is that? Do you know?
No?
That's a swim bait too.
What?
That's a bluegill swim bait. That's pretty cool. I bet you catch a big fish on that. Are you going to fish with that this year?
Look at it.
Oh, man, it's pretty cool.
He's looking at it.
Are you going to catch a big fish on that this year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to catch it so badly.
You want to catch it so badly. As you guys can see, Lake Fork Tackle takes care of my kids too. And you know why I said that they treat everybody like family, because they do. My kids are part of the family up there, and every time we go up there, it seems like the boys come out with something new that they're really excited about. So Ty's got to tell y'all about his favorite bait. He actually named this bait when he was about 2 years old. He wants to tell you about it. What is it, buddy?
His name is Hooker, and he is a crankbait.
His name's Hooker, and he's a crankbait. Why'd you name him Hooker?
Because he has 2 hooks.
Because he's got all those hooks hanging off of him, huh?
Uh-huh.
That's pretty cool. Have you ever caught a fish on Hooker?
No, sir.
No, never caught a fish on Hooker. But you kind of don't like to throw him because you don't want to lose him, right?
Right.
Yep. Did you just hook my couch? Did you hook my couch? That's okay. This couch is garage couch. You can hook the garage couch. Really appreciate you guys watching as always. And you guys say bye.
Bye.
Say bye.
Bye.
Say,
Bye.
see you next time.
See you next time. Bye. See you next time.
Really appreciate. Wow, I can't talk tonight. It's just the way it goes sometimes. What's up? Yeah.